roundhouse kicks, cowboy hats, justice delivered at sunset. Walker, Texas Ranger, wasn't just a TV show. It was a punch-packed symbol of 90s grit, loyalty, and Lone Star legend.
You have to listen very carefully to what I tell you. Are we on the same page?
I'm listening.
Good, because you're going to be tested on this, so you'd best be ready.
But behind the stoic faces and high-flying stunts, time was still ticking. Some of the stars who brought us action and heart are no longer with us.
His mother abused him when he was a child. He hated her.
They were heroes on screen, but even heroes fall. This is Walker, Texas Ranger actors who have passed away. If you watched Walker, Texas Ranger reruns on weekend mornings, you probably remember his voice before anything else. Low, steady, like wind through canyon walls. Floyd Red Crow Westerman played Uncle Ray, Walker's moral compass. He didn't throw punches, but he grounded every scene, giving Walker roots, culture, and purpose.
I asked the same question of our tribal chief when you were giving me to raise after your father died.
What'd he say?
Deal with it.
More than an actor, Westerman was a country musician and activist. His 1969 album, Custer Died for Your Sins, became a native rights anthem, and he marched with the American Indian movement after bonding with founder Dennis Banks in boarding school.
We need the world to be in support of us. I think most of the world does know that America sits on stolen land.
You might also recall him as Chief Ten Bears in Dances with Wolves. He died in 2007 at age 71. He brought a quiet strength, and that strength still echoes. In a show full of fists and firepower, he was the calm in the storm. C.D. Parker wasn't just Walker's former partner. He was the bar-owning, wisecracking moral compass who grounded the team. When Walker needed advice or just a hot plate and a moment to think, C.D. was there. No badge, no fight scenes, just rock-solid loyalty and the best chili in Texas.
What about...
Jimmy, listen. I checked cemeteries, hoping he'd blown his brains out. I looked under every rock. There was nothing there. I had people come down from Virginia to profile this man. His mother abused him when he was a child. He hated her. He hated his mother. He hates women. That's all there is. That's all there is.
Noble Willingham, the Texas-born actor who played C.D., brought decades of screen experience to the role. From Chinatown to Ace Ventura and Good Morning Vietnam, he was always unforgettable. But Walker became his home until midway through season 7, when he left the show to run as a Republican for Congress in Texas's 1st District. He lost the race, but briefly returned to acting before retiring. Willingham passed peacefully in 2004 at 72. His presence still lingers in every quiet moment at C.D.'s bar. For longtime fans, his absence feels like the diner closed for good. In a show full of villains, few match the menace of Caleb Hooks. Michael Parks played the revenge-fueled arms dealer with chilling charm, kidnapping Walker in Season 4's The Avenger, then returning in Season 7's No Way Out, with an even deadlier trap. His performance made Hooks unforgettable.
You have to listen very carefully to what I tell you. Are we on the same page?
I'm listening.
Good, because you're going to be tested on this, so you'd best be ready.
Before Walker, Parks was already a cult icon, starring in Then Came Bronson, Twin Peaks, Kill Bill, and Red State. A favorite of directors like Tarantino and Lynch, he brought eerie cool to every role. He was also a talented singer, releasing albums and performing the theme for Then Came Bronson.
I wanted to do something. But you know what it's like? It's like they ask you to go out every day and see people at their worst. That's what it's like.
Parks passed away in 2017 at age 77. He left behind his wife, Oriana, and son, James, who also became an actor. Even now, we half expect Caleb Hooks to walk back through that door. He didn't throw the punches, but he grounded every scene. As Sheriff Sam Coyote, Eloy Casados brought law, balance, and heart to Walker, Texas Ranger. More than Walker's old friend, he was a steady presence, especially in the emotional two-parter, Lucas.
This is Sam. Thanks, Judge. The judge said Flint told Powell that Frank and his guys are camped south of Black Rock.
Casados began his career in 1970 and rose to prominence in roles like Down and Out in Beverly Hills, Shameless, and Longmire. His most acclaimed work was as Ishi and Ishi, the last of his tribe, 1978. A pioneer for Native American actors, he also helped co-found the first New Mexico SAG local. Casados died in 2016 at 66. His final film, Primal Rage, was released posthumously, and we still wait for him to walk back through that door. He wasn't a regular on Walker, Texas Ranger, but when he showed up, you remembered. In Season 6's two-part episode, Lucas, Brian James played Rafer Cobb, a desperate drug dealer whose chaos is matched only by the heartbreak around him, a son with AIDS, and a life spiraling out of control. The story was raw, and James gave it grit. Off-screen, Brian James was a go-to for wild-eyed villains, best known as Leon in Blade Runner, and for scene-stealing roles in 48H's Red Heat and Tango and Cash. He could play terrifying, tragic, or both. His range made every appearance unforgettable. James died of a heart attack in 1999 at just 54. Even in one episode, he left a mark, and for Walker fans, we still feel it. He brought warmth to a world of violence and gave the show its soul. Clarence Gilliard Jr. played James Trevette, Walker's high-tech, high-energy partner who balanced grit with heart. Trevette wasn't just backup. He was the voice of reason, the comic relief, and often the emotional core of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Haven't you heard the horror stories?
Well, you filed your income tax on time, right?
Yes.
Did you pay your taxes?
Yes.
Did you cheat?
No, I didn't cheat.
Then what's there to worry about?
You're right.
I rest my case.
That's right. I'm a Texas Ranger.
Before Walker, Gilliard was already a familiar face, from his breakout as Sundown in Top Gun to the slick tech genius Theo in Die Hard, and as private investigator Conrad McMasters on Matlock. But it was Trevette that made him a fan favorite. Off-screen, he was a devoted educator, earning his MFA and teaching theater at UNLV, shaping new generations of performers. Gilliard passed away on November 28, 2022 at 66, after a long illness. Even in a show about justice, we weren't prepared to lose him, a beacon of light for both his students and his fans. If you watched Walker, Texas Ranger on quiet Sunday nights, you might remember the hush that fell when Pastor Roscoe Jones appeared on screen. No stunts, no showdowns, just a voice filled with conviction and a past that wouldn't stay buried. In the 1998 episode, The Soul of Winter, Paul Winfield made you believe in courage that didn't come from a badge or a gun. An Emmy winner for his guest role on Picket Fences, and an Oscar nominee for Sounder. Winfield's legacy spanned King Roots, The Next Generations, The Terminator, Star Trek II, and the sitcom 227. His role on Walker was brief, but unforgettable. He died in 2004 at 64. Even in a show about justice, we weren't prepared to lose him. They brought villains to their knees, protected the innocent, and made us believe that one man really could make a difference. Now we remember them, not just for the roles they played, but the lives they led beyond the screen. Which Walker, Texas Ranger actor left the biggest impression on you? Share your memories in the comments below. If you'd like to see more about the stars from classic shows we've lost, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for what's next. Thank you for watching.